Yo, put on my shoes real quick. I am very excited to say that I finally got a new bike. If you don't know, when I moved here, when I dropped my U-Haul off for the day, and then, you know, well, I had the U-Haul for 3 days, so I had it parked up at the U-Haul place for 3 days. And on the morning of picking up my U-Haul, or dropping it off, I'm sorry for dropping off the U-Haul, my bike's wheel was stolen, and I kept on looking up, you know, different spots for my size wheel, and they were looking like 40 bucks. So I made a challenge of searching for a bike for 50 bucks, because the bike I wanted was from Walmart. There's like this bike at Walmart that's like yellow and blue and green, and I've always wanted it. I had it before 2 times actually, but I you know, whatever, I just don't have it anymore. So I was gonna get that one, but then the other day, hold on, let me check to see if this sound is. So I went to Walmart the other day, and I was going to get that bike, you know, but the thing is, like, I feel like the world was telling me, like, bitch, you shouldn't get this bike, it's not meant to be, because I waited in that Walmart for 45 minutes. First, for somebody to come over and like bring down the bike from like the bike rack section, and then I kept on waiting longer and longer, kept on asking the employees there if they could unlock the bike from that contraption, and nobody ever came. I asked maybe 6 people in that fucking Walmart, can you get somebody to unlock it? Can you get somebody to take down the bike? They kept saying, we'll call somebody, and it was all different people, and they didn't do a damn thing. And I told myself, if they don't come by, I said a specific time, if they don't come by this time, I'm just gonna leave, and this bike isn't meant to be. And I really do trust that, because I've been kind of searching on OfferUp and Craigslist for a used bike, because that bike is $150. And what I did was I found a bike. Okay, so you're gonna be so done with me, but hold on, let me show you. So I'm first gonna show you my old bike. Here's my old bike. Like, as you can see, it has every part except for one of the wheels. I've been having this bike for like a year now, and I've been really fucking with it. I really love that bike. I had that bike a few times before, but then I went and I got this bike, right? And it's looking juicy. It's actually the first time I ever had a bike without, let me focus that, without, like, I don't even know what it's called. It's called a bald wheel or something like that. It's a fixed gear, or what's it called, single gear. So it has everything I want, but I sat on it, and I'm not gonna lie, this fucking seat was digging into my pussy, basically, into my bones. It just wasn't, it was hurting when I was biking, and I knew immediately. And also, it's the way these handlebars are, I wasn't fucking with it. So this bike was $40 off of OfferUp, right? And at the same time, I was talking to somebody else about a bike, but the reason why I got this bike was because the first bike guy I was talking to, we set a time, and I was awake for like 28 hours or something like that, and I fell asleep for like an hour and a half before I was supposed to go and pick up the bike. So I slept through the time we were supposed to meet. So I said, yo, I'm sorry, I've been awake past 24 hours, and the drive was like 40 minutes, so basically our time was done. So I said, can I get it tomorrow? And he's like, cool, yeah. But then this guy, the bike that I ended up getting, he said he can drop it off. So I was like, ooh, he can drop it off. So I said, fuck it, yeah. So when I hopped on the bike, I wasn't fucking with it, right? This is like such a long story for no reason. But that first guy, the bike that I actually wanted, as well as it was a $40 bike as well, he said, basically, I can get the bike the next day. And so I did. Now I have 2 new bikes. And the reason why I did all that for this bike is because this bike was actually the first bike that I've ever bought with like my first money, when I got my first job ever, when I was a kid, right? When I was like 15. I bought this same exact bike. It was pink and green, and I kept on buying this bike, but I got to a point where I was like, I don't know if I want to spend $250 on a bike. When I saw this shit on OfferUp, I said, I need it. It was posted for 50 bucks. I offered 40, and he said, yeah. And he said he didn't even write it like that. Like, he bought it and he just never wrote it. So I jumped on that so quick. Anyway, so I got this bike. What I'm gonna do, though, is I think I'm gonna grab the wheels off of this first bike that I ended up getting, the bald wheels. I'll throw them on my old frame, and I'll sell that bike for, I'm gonna post it for 80 bucks, and if I can get anything over 40, it pays for that bike. So that's awesome. But I'm about to go on my first bike ride with this thing, and I'm going to take you guys along with me. I'm not going to show too many clips, but I just want to go for a bike ride, since obviously I bought this house mainly for the bike trail that is literally behind my house. So I'm really excited about that. And I'll take you guys with me. I'm just gonna bike for maybe like 15 minutes, but I think in the future going forward, I want to start biking for 30 minutes every day. I still haven't figured it out quite yet how long I want to bike every day, but I think probably something around 30 minutes or so. Okay, I love this bike, but I hate how it has these little flaps. I think I might cut them off, honestly. But I love it. I really do love it. I'm also a little bit nervous how it only has only one side of the handlebar has brakes. Like, I don't know why that is, but yeah. So beautiful out here. So beautiful. I just cannot believe that this is right outside my door. I'm just so grateful and thankful, like you don't even know. Well, that's all I'm really gonna film, guys. I'm thinking pretty fucking soon I want to film my whole workout when I figure it out, probably next week. Like literally like my hiking / run, my workout at home, my trampoline jumping, and my biking, and then if my pool is up and running, my pool, obviously, my swim. But yeah, I really love this bike. I would say the other bike was like a 6.5 out of 10. This one is a solid 9.5 out of 10. I think I really just don't like how the brake is only on the right side, because imagine I'm biking, right, and I want to get my phone out of my pocket with my right hand. My left hand's the only one that's on the bars, so if I have to stop, I can't, you know what I mean? So it's that was a little bit stressful. It happened a few times. And then the other thing is like these pedal things, but I can chop those off, so it's really just a brake, but it should be all right. And yeah, I just really love it. I want to show you guys how it's looking fully with me next to it. Here it is. It's pretty snazzy. Pretty snazzy.